You're listening to Careers and Cocktails, Career Talk with a Twist, hosted by expert recruiter Renee Frey. Let's get this party started.
Hey party people, welcome back to Careers and Cocktails. Today, I'm actually enjoying a non-alcoholic beverage, and it is coffee. It is out of my most favorite special cup. Who doesn't like gold handles? And on the front it says, wake up, kick ass, repeat. That is my mantra. Do everything the best you can every single damn day. Now, we're gonna tell you what I'm drinking here. It's Nespresso coffee, which comes in a box like this, and they're like pods, like K-cups. It is delectable. It comes out of the Nespresso machine, and there's foam on the top, and it just makes for the best, smoothest, delightful coffee. They have wide variety of them as well. So I'm gonna take a sip because we all need coffee to energize during the day. Well, some of us do anyway. Oh, it's so good. I love the foam on the top. Today, we're gonna talk about what keeps me up at night. And for all of you job seekers out there, write that down because that is one of the best questions you can ever ask a hiring leader who's interviewing you, is what keeps you up at night? And the reason why that question is so phenomenal is it will tell you what's on that leader's mind at that given moment, at that time, in regards to their team, the company, and the organization, and it will shed light on things maybe you didn't uncover yet through that interview session. So definitely ask that question, what keeps you up at night, so you know what's most important to that hiring leader right there. Well, what keeps me up at night is constantly re-recruiting my team. And you probably think, oh my gosh, Renee, you've already done the work. You've recruited your employees. They work for you. They're happy. They're kicking butt. No. Employees have different needs. Everyone on my team has different needs. And this concept of re-recruiting my team came about because I read Pam Borton's book, On Point. I've actually met her. She's a phenomenal leader. She started a group called Team Women that I'm a part of, and I hope to have her a guest on a future show. But in this book, she brings up the re-recruiting mentality. And where I'm going with this, hiring leaders, or for anyone that manages a team, is you have to be on the pulse and know what's most important and what your people need. And I'll tell you here's why. Because I made a huge mistake. So Talent Q is running on all cylinders. My team is super productive. And I asked one of my employees, I said, hey, do you think a team happy hour would be worth it for the team, for us to just get out of the office, get to know each other more on a one-on-one basis? And this employee said, no, I don't think that's important. I don't think the other people need that. I think we're good. And the reason she said that is because we do these quarterly development sessions as a team where we're doing DISC profiles and strengths finders and various other tools, and we're discussing as a team and learning about one another while growing internally and learning about ourselves, right? So fast forward, one of the quarters, we picked this book called The 5 Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace by Gary Chapman and Paul White. And I was very familiar with this concept because I read Gary Chapman's book called The 5 Love Languages. I also read his other book, The 5 Love Languages of Children. And they're both great. Well, all 3 of them are phenomenal. There's quizzes in the book, so you buy the book, you take the quiz, and then you get your profile. However, what is so critical about his book, The 5 Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace, is it shows what's most important to your team. So we did this exercise, and 2 of my 5 employees, what was most important to them was quality time. And I'm sitting there getting red in the face because I had asked one employee, hey, should we go to this happy hour outside of work to get to know one another better, just to be outside of the workplace? And I realized that was a huge mistake by only asking one person on my team. Because here were 2 others that would have loved to go to happy hour and had quality time with us outside of the workplace. So I encourage you to grab this book and use it in a developmental session with your team. It will uncover tremendous items. That being one, which I had no idea, right? What it covers is what's most important to you. Is it quality time? Is it words of affirmation? Is it acts of service? Is it gifts? All of those different dimensions in the workplace come out in different areas, and most people have top 2 of these languages of appreciation that surface to the top. So what we did on my team is we then built out a grid to see where the similarities were, and we had a really rich discussion about why these are important to me. I shared why words of affirmation are important to me and why acts of service are important to me. And what I noticed after this exercise is your team has a greater understanding of one another and their characteristics, and then they work together more cohesively and they're more fulfilled. So going back to the re-recruiting your team, if your employees are fulfilled, getting what they need from you, continuously growing, they will be happier. What does all of that mean? Increased productivity. What does increased productivity mean? You're going to hit your strategic goals for your organization as a whole. Also, with all of that, your team members are going to thrive even outside of work. This type of information will help them with any relationship in that regard and help them approach people differently when you surface these tools and give them the tips and tricks that they need. So what I would tell you is go to your team and find out what matters to each individual employee specifically. I don't manage my team as a whole, as a one unit. I manage them individually. Each member of my team has different needs, wants, goals, and desires, and I'm here to help them grow and develop, stretch them to achieve all of those things that they want. And what I want is a happy team that's going to stay with Talent Q, which is why I'm always constantly thinking about re-recruiting my team. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I have a free ebook for hiring leaders on how to attract talent, as well as I wrote a book called I Hate Mondays, and you can find out more details on careersandcocktails.com. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss an update. Cheers!